Mom, I keep getting these messages from an unknown number telling me that I'm the ugliest person on earth, I'm pathetic, and I'm a whore. Baby, you know that none of that is true. You're the most beautiful girl in the world. Mommy loves you. Thanks, Mom.
This girl is the nastiest bitch I've ever met.
Mom? Sweetie, that wasn't me, I promise. Mommy would never send that to you. In a world where parents teach you not to trust strangers, how about a world where strangers teach you not to trust your parents? And I know it sounds so crazy, like in a world where strangers teach you, why would I not trust my parents? Well, this documentary called Unknown Number, the high school catfish, really blew everyone's mind, because when I tell you I bought my first Netflix subscription, I literally gave them my $8. I'm like, here's my first $8, losing my virginity to, I lost my virginity to Netflix, and I watched the show because it was so popular, and it was sadly the ending, the plot twist was spoiled by TikTok. And if you haven't watched this show, I'm gonna spoil it about 50,000 times, so you better watch the show and then come back here for all these spoilers. But yeah, a 13-year-old girl starts receiving these really vile messages from a random unknown number, and these weren't just messages like, oh, you're so stupid, you're so ugly. These were messages that were telling her to unalive herself, messages like,
trash bitch, don't f***ing wear leggings. Ain't no one wants to see your sick flat ass.
and the catfish also sent messages to her boyfriend, but these messages to her boyfriend were not mean messages, but eventually they revealed that this unknown number wanted to break them up, because in a lot of messages that this unknown number was sending to Lauren, which is the 13-year-old girl receiving these texts, and her boyfriend Owen, the unknown number was always like, oh, your boyfriend doesn't love you, I was just with him a few minutes ago, I gave him a BJ, I gave him sex, I gave him this and this and that. And keep in mind, they're both 13 here.
His dick and fingers, my pussy and mouth. You are worthless and mean nothing. Owen will never look at you again or talk to you.
As you can tell by these texts, the situation really gets out of hand. Like, half of this documentary was literally just them trying to find out who was sending these messages, as they should, because this behavior wasn't coming from like a 13-year-old. You know how 13-year-olds, I guess, when they argue, even if they were mean, they wouldn't say some of the craziest sexual stuff that you'd start thinking like, is this person even 13 anymore? Like, with the messages that I'm receiving, there's no way this person is 13. So they start questioning the whole class, and then they get the police involved. The police couldn't find out. So then they get the FBI involved into this, and they start going through all of their phone memory, and they just couldn't find who the fuck was doing this. And while this investigation was going on, the messages just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And at some point, Lauren and Owen actually break up because it was getting unbearable, receiving so many messages a day, especially Lauren. I think the number went up to 200 messages a day, or like the total amount of messages was 100,000 messages. It reminds me of that video that I did last month where this crazy stalker in the Nice Girls video sent over 100 or 300k messages, but in this situation, this unknown number sent like almost 100k or some shit.
There were times that these text messages were coming in at a clip of 30, 40, 50 a day.
It was so sad to watch. Like, at one point, Lauren even replied and said, you win and I give up, so please stop, or tell me what do I have to do like for you to stop sending me these messages. And you know what? And they never stopped. That's why the FBI got involved, and the FBI decides to trace the IP where these messages were coming from. And you know who these messages were coming from?
The phone number was
Kendra.
Lauren's mom, Kendra.
You evil fucking looking ass bitch. This is why this documentary was so insane. A mom, her own mom, sending her these vile messages, telling her to unalive herself, telling her some of like the most disgusting thing that you could possibly think of. I don't even think a high school bully would send messages that were that nasty. And I love how she came at the camera like, yeah, I did it. I sent my daughter those messages. How do I look? Is this good for the documentary? She gets caught, the cops get called, and they go to her house to arrest her, to confront her, like tell her what's going on, like, hey, we got you, bitch, we know it's you. And you know what she does? she denies it.
We come up with some stuff that comes back to you.
What do you mean?
What do you
The
mean?
messages coming and originating from you.
No.
What? There's cops everywhere. What is the point of even trying to hide it at this point? She was so shocked when she found out that they knew. Like, what? You did this. Me? Yeah, you did this. What do you mean? Explain. Elaborate yourself, officer.
Seasons change, time passes by.
So we did an investigation and the numbers came back to you. No. What do you mean by no? It's literally your name, your phone, your IP. We traced. No. So eventually, while the cop is confronting her, she does fold. Like, she admits that she did it, but she gives like this wild excuse on why she did it, and she didn't really explain why she did it. But to defend herself in this situation, she says, I didn't start it, someone else did, I just continued it. Like, bitch, what the fuck do you mean by that? We're not in like first grade and you're like blaming someone else that, oh, Timmy did that, not me, I didn't do that. Like, what? I didn't start it, someone else did, and I just continued their legacy of sending my daughter vile messages, telling her to unalive herself. I only continued what they started.
The first ones didn't start with me.
Oh, they didn't.
I will say that. But then I like fed off of it some.
Some? What do you mean by some? You did this to your daughter and her boyfriend for over a year, and she's over here acting like, you know, I didn't really start it. It was like a random person. They did that, not me. Why is she like playing the victim over here with her hands over here like, I didn't start it. Yeah, I didn't start it. I didn't do it. I mean, even if what she said is true, that a random number did this to her and that random number stopped those messages, she saw that those messages stopped and it's like, where did this dude go? You know what? Let me continue this real quick. And not only did you continue, but you continued this for a year and a half. And this was never gonna stop unless you got caught. That's when you stop. And the worst part is when they actually call her daughter in the room. And they don't really show the part where they tell her what happened. But she starts playing this victim card and she starts hugging her daughter as if someone else had been doing something to her daughter for years. And she's like, Mommy is sweet. Mommy's here. I'm here, sweetie. I'm here for you. When that person was you. You are the malicious. The call was coming from inside the house. You were the nasty bitch doing that to your own daughter, and now she's over here like,
Thinking straight, we do some
bitch,
things that
don't
aren't
get
right.
What you said?
Don't
Don't let this monster touch
you. Had no idea
you.
what was going on, and I believe that.
Oh, I feel bad for this girl. If I was there, I would have been like, ma'am, do not touch her. Don't lay a finger on her. Evil monster. How are you pretending to feel bad right now when you are the one doing this? Killing someone and then being like, oh my god, I'm sorry that I killed you. I'll be at your funeral. You know what, now that you're close to your daughter and you can see that she has her phone with her while you're pretending to pet her or whatever you're doing, send her another message. Yeah, send her another message so she feels like shit again. Yeah, do that. So then they call her husband and he finds out what his wife has been doing. And the officer also reveals something else to him, like that she hasn't been working for years. And he's like, what do you mean? She's still working. What are you talking about? And he's like, actually, see, she hasn't worked at this location that she said she worked for over a year. And later on, they find out that she's actually been lying for the past 10 years when it comes to her job. So it's like she was living this double life in a way. For 10 years to lie at your husband and your daughter about your job, and then for a year and a half to lie to your daughter, and not just lie, you were literally making her life miserable.
You need to go somewhere tonight. I don't know where you gotta go, but she's gotta go. You need to fight her.
Yeah, fake crying. Yeah, so her husband tells her that she can't be there anymore, especially close to his daughter, knowing what she did to her. And then again, she plays the victim card and she gets close to her daughter like she pets her again like, oh sweetie, I'm so sorry that this happened to you. I just wish I knew who did this to you, you know, like, bitch, you're right there. You're the bitch! I'm sorry, I'm just triggered. I just don't get why she's pretending to be nice and sweet to her daughter when you're the one causing the pain. And it's crazy that she hugs her daughter and whatever, like she pretends to hug her and pet her, but she never for a single second apologizes to her. Like, hey, sweetie, maybe like I'm sorry that I did that to you, you know, for a year and a half, I made your life miserable. Like, sorry. Not even an I'm sorry, a sorry. Or maybe like a hey, Lauren. Anna hasn't dropped a new album yet.
I'm sorry. You guys are gonna think I'm the crazy lady.
What? No. What are you talking about? This is like completely normal to send your daughter insane messages like that. Like every single mom does that. I remember my mom sending me messages on my non-existing phone, the same kind of messages. Especially the one where she tells her daughter that she was riding her boyfriend's dick and she likes her more. She likes her BJ's. Yeah, that's just like such a relatable. Crazy girl, what are you talking about? You're completely normal. Why did the producer say no? Producer? Who the fuck is this? Producer? Come here. Come here, bitch. What do you mean no? I have some questions to ask you. You know what? I'm gonna be the producer of this one. This is when they're interviewing her after she got caught doing what she did, the nasty... And she's still doing this interview after she got caught, making excuses. And I think one of these excuses were, actually, we're humans and we all make mistakes. Like, don't act like you're a perfect person because everyone makes mistakes. Everyone, like, once in a while messages their daughter and tells them that she was riding her 13-year-old boyfriend's dick. You know? Like, you've done that, right? Oh, you haven't? Oh. Maybe you're the weirdo one then.
Mistakes.
I mean,
not a single one of us has lived a perfect life.
True.
And realistically, a lot of us have probably broke the law at some point or another and not got caught. I'll be honest, you know?
Yeah, you definitely are honest right now because you were the one breaking the law and you finally got caught. The definition of, are you sorry that you got caught or are you actually sorry? Because she seems so happy and she's like, you've all made mistakes. I mean, yeah, I did make a mistake, but mistakes happen. We're all humans. She's trying to make it seem like she's trying to portray it as this is like a normal thing that happens. I mean, yes, maybe something that we've done could be considered illegal. I don't know. But what you did to your daughter was borderline insane. You know what? Let me confess. I stole a couple of lollipops when I was 6 years old. Damn, imagine if they deport me right now from the US because when I was 6 years old, I stole... Actually, I didn't even commit it here. So I didn't commit any crimes in America. America can't even deport me. Damn, I'm not gonna lie though. I did steal those lollipops. Imagine now they see this video, the government sees this video and they come after me that I stole 2 lollipops when I was 6 years old.
People drove drunk, haven't been caught, right?
No.
But again, if you get caught, you're in the same situation and I'm in, but for a different thing.
What the fuck are you talking about? You make it seem like we've all drunk drove before. And it's like, oh, y'all drink and drive all the time. Who's y'all? Who? If I have a viewer, oh my God, if one of my viewers actually did that, get out of my channel, please. Let's keep this civilized and polite. Please get the out of my channel if you drink and drive, because oh my God, no bitch, no, hell no. So this is the part that you've all been waiting for. Why did she do it? This is where she explains why she did this to her daughter, like why she did this for a year and a half. Like there must be some Death Note Light Yagami explanation to this. What is the 8,000 IQ brain move here? Like why did she do it? Why was she smarter than everyone else? Because we're probably over here thinking like, oh, she's sick, she got issues. No, people, she did this because she's way smarter than us.
I was sending the messages in hopes that maybe they would send back asking, is this somebody or is this so-and-so?
So the explanation to why she did this was because the original person that was sending her daughter these messages, she wanted to find out who this person was. So the best way for her to do that was to pretend that she was this person in hopes that her daughter would somehow mention a suspect like, oh, what if this is my best friend Ava, and she would maybe investigate Ava per se? That makes zero fucking sense. And then why would you continue it if the other dude stopped? She, whoever that was, stopped. Why did you continue it? Okay, you did this for a 9,000 brain move that you wanted to see if your daughter would have or you could just ask your daughter, sweetie, who do you think it is? If that was your intention. But instead, let me harass her and maybe she would come to me and tell me a suspect. Yeah, that's a better idea. Yeah. This reminds me of the Dragonfly superhero movie of this guy that gets eyes stuck in his glass and he's like struggling to get the glass out of his eye and his assistant was like,
Get out with another piece of glass.
that was a movie. This is real life. What do you mean you did a year and a half? You were enjoying this. You enjoyed this shit. What kind of excuse was that? If the target was your daughter, why were you also messaging her 13-year-old boyfriend though? That makes no, like, what kind of a lie is this? And then we get to this weird segment of her saying that, oh, I just kept going, I couldn't stop it. Like once I started these messages, I couldn't help myself. And I kept going, I kept sending those messages. And it's like this evil shot of her, like her looking evil as hell.
And then it just kept going. It was a spiral.
What is this?
Kind of a snowball effect. I don't think I knew how to stop.
What in the evil Quasimodo looking ass was this shot? Why was she over here like...
I was somebody different in those moments. It was like I had a mask on or something. I don't even know who I was.
I would say you're evil Quasimodo, to be honest, because what do you mean you didn't know you were? This is not like a thriller movie, bitch. You were you sending terrible messages to your daughter. I just didn't know who I was. It's like a mask, something that possessed me, like it just entered my body, and I didn't know how to stop these text messages. Like my fingers, they were just like moving on their own. It just became this creepy thing from a scary movie. They're like, there was someone who was manipulating me. Let's be so fucking for real right now. She even says in this documentary she spent anywhere from 4 to 8 hours of her day sending her poor daughter these messages. I would think like an hour a day is a lot to text with someone, you know, but the fact that she was up to 8 hours, this is how she reached almost 100,000 messages, because she was spending 8 hours. Did you have a job? Oh no, actually no, she didn't have a job because she was fired. But for 8 fucking hours, did she like cook, no job? I guess when you're unemployed, you have nothing else to do, so you just harass your daughter for 8 hours straight every single day for a year and a half, and then she pretends that their mask possessed her? Why didn't employment possess this poor bitch? Like, why couldn't a job application come to her, like possess her body? No, but harassment possessed her body. And this documentary gets even worse when they decide to make the mom the victim. She literally says on this interview how this wasn't actually targeted to her daughter. This wasn't about her. This was about her insecurities. She did this entire thing because of her insecurities and not because she wanted to get with her daughter's boyfriend or because she hated her own daughter. This was all a big thing that came from her insecurities.
The messages weren't really targeted at her insecurities.
At you. Were you sending these messages to yourself?
To yourself, maybe.
That very well, possibly.
Oh no, the interviewer saved her there. Fuck. The interviewer gave her a chance to save herself. She was like, maybe was this about you? Bitch, how is this about her? Like in the sense that she was the victim. What are y'all even smoking? Was this interviewer smoking with her? Was the interviewer unemployed as well? This probably has got to be the worst interviewer ever to make the predator the victim. How did you even manage to do that? Honestly, that requires skills. This interviewer, amazing. After she got caught, they were obviously going to sentence her because she broke a bunch of laws. And during her court hearing, you know what she did, right? Victim card! Not a single apology to her daughter this entire time, but let me reverse this and make myself the victim somehow. And in court, she plays this fake sad personality where she's like, I'm so sorry, I was like dealing with a childhood trauma. Childhood trauma? Childhood trauma that you were sending inappropriate texts to your daughter's boyfriend? Huh. I don't know if that's childhood trauma or if that makes you a PEDO. Interesting. So she goes to prison for a year and a half. Actually, that's not a lot. And I think she got out with a year. She didn't do a year and a half. A year? Make it, oh. If she did this to her daughter for a year and a half, why couldn't it be a year? They decided to cut her some slack for a year, but she didn't cut her daughter any slack, and she did this for a year and a half. And even Owen's mom, you know, her daughter's boyfriend, starts saying on this interview how Kendra, the girl's mom, had such a weird relationship with her son Owen. Like she was doing these weird favors for him, treating him in a weird way. She was really convinced that she wanted a relationship with her son.
I think she became obsessed with Owen, which is hard being a mom and that she's a grown woman, but I think that there was some level of relationship that she wanted to have with Owen.
Weirdo alert! PDO alert! And the documentary actually has such a weird ending that I was not expecting, but it ends with the mom and the daughter trying to rebuild their relationship. Despite all the nasty messages that she sent her, she still decided to forgive her, and they were texting back and forth, I think, when she was in prison. And it ends with this message. Look at all.
I love her more than anything.
After what she did to you, you love her. This is so sad. Lauren is planning to attend college and study criminology? What an interesting major to go for. I wonder why she did that. And people were calling this the Stockholm Syndrome. You know, the fact that Lauren still wants a relationship with her mom, which I think might be the case, because on what planet would you still continue the relationship with your mom knowing what she did to you, if you can call her a mom? This was probably the craziest documentary that I've watched. I mean, they took my $8, so you know it's gonna be a good documentary when Netflix finally gets me to pay. Also, if you want to watch my videos a day early, ad-free, and a lot cheaper than Netflix, feel free to become a member. And for this week's member shout out, don't ask me what this is. I'm gonna use this to beat your ass up, Stormy. She's like, you know what? I'd like to see you try that. Thank you, Jacksim, Shelly, Alasha, Elizabeth, Jackie, Rat Queen, Ice, Samsung Road B59, your favorite sunny person, Onyx, Lillian, and Kaylee. What did we learn from this documentary? Do not think outside the box. Sometimes the call is coming from inside the house. Unless you don't have a phone, then you're probably not gonna get a call at all.